Hello, I'm Carrie Guthrie Cho, the CEO of Cornerstone Montgomery, and I would like to welcome you to the Cornerstone Montgomery family. As a volunteer, you have a vital role in the success of our entire organization and, most importantly, our clients. Our volunteer program is very unique because you can design it around your interests. We have positions in almost every department, and whether you want to work directly with clients or behind the scenes, the choice can be yours. You don't even need to have an extensive knowledge of mental health because we have the resources here to help you learn whatever information you're going to need. Again, thank you so much for your interest in volunteering at Cornerstone Montgomery. I look forward to seeing you around the agency.
Cornerstone Montgomery has a variety of volunteer opportunities that range from single event to ongoing activities. It is a great place to customize your experience according to your interests. For example, if you have a passion for healthy living, you can become a fitness activity leader and teach our clients how to incorporate physical activities into their daily lives. Or maybe you would like to work in our offices helping the administrative staff organize spreadsheets, plan outings, or create flyers. If you want to contribute but are limited with your time, we have quite a few annual events and fundraisers you can participate in. Such as every Thanksgiving, we serve dinner to nearly 100 clients. You would help decorate, prep the meals, and serve the food. Even if you just want to help but aren't sure how, you can meet with our volunteer manager to find a position that best fits your goals and our mission.
I chose Cornerstone because they aligned with my personal interest in community service and social action, with the opportunity to be able to leverage my education and my passion for wanting to help others in a very dedicated fashion.
Every member of our team has a responsibility to follow our code of ethics. To carry out Cornerstone Montgomery's work in a manner consistent with our mission, vision, and values, each volunteer must maintain a high standard of ethical and legal business practices. Our core values are respect, integrity, quality, and community advocacy. Integrity refers to the honest and ethical actions necessary to comply with local and federal regulations. Some important practices to remember are anti-discrimination. We believe that the fair and equitable treatment of our employees, those we serve, and the community are essential to the fulfillment of our mission. Therefore, we recruit, hire, train, promote, and terminate employees without regard to race, creed, disability, sexual orientation, age, or any classification protected by law. Furthermore, we do not tolerate any form of harassment or discrimination of clients, their families, or other employees. Report misconduct to the Human Resources Manager and it will be properly investigated in accordance with governmental regulations and Cornerstone Montgomery's policies. Prevention of fraud, abuse, or false claims means that all services must be consistent with the objectives set forth within each program. All services must be accurately documented in terms of date, time, location, and content. Any errors must be reported to your respective supervisors. Avoid conflicts of interest. No staff members are allowed to participate in any transaction in which his or her personal interest is in conflict with that of Cornerstone Montgomery's. Also, as a volunteer, you are not allowed to accept gifts from clients under any circumstance. If you are unsure whether a particular situation is a conflict of interest, always talk to your supervisor and they will be able to advise you. And strict adherence to confidentiality practices will be discussed in detail in the next section. All staff members, employees, and volunteers are expected to follow these policies and report non-compliance. Failure to do so puts the organization at risk for legal exposure. These helpful do's and don'ts ensure the culture and safety of the Cornerstone Montgomery family. Once you become a volunteer, you are agreeing to uphold these values and principles. Strict adherence to confidentiality is extremely important because, first and foremost, we are a health services provider. You will need to be familiar with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, also known as HIPAA for short. Depending on your role, you might come across sensitive information. It is imperative that you safeguard the information gained from our clients and their families, or even from other Cornerstone employees. This information includes, but is not limited to, medical records, payment methods, or protected health information. HIPAA is a federal legislation that ensures health insurance portability, or how information is moved between authorized parties. Standardizes electronic transaction and code sets. And the area that is your biggest concern as a staff member is the security and privacy protection of a client's protected health information. There are penalties for HIPAA noncompliance, ranging from organizational sanctions to civil and even criminal sanctions. Inadvertent violations, not resulting in personal gain, are usually fined up to $100 for each violation per individual. Sanctions will be serious, as privacy and security are serious business. Mental health advocacy is important to us, and we want to keep the conversation going.
I just learned to advocate for myself and others. I've learned to be proactive in my community. I've learned to use resources within the community to help myself when in crisis. I've learned to ask for help and not be ashamed. I've learned to reach out. And if other people need help and I'm able to help them, I've learned to lend a helping hand to them too.
We also understand that so often the topic can be uncomfortable because of its sensitive subject matter. So, here are a few useful things to keep in mind to better help communicate in a respectful manner. The language we use can hurt people or undermine their progress, so we should avoid condescending terms at all costs and replace them with appropriate ones. Remember to focus on the individual and highlight their abilities instead of their limitations.
So every day was something new, but still built off of all the previous days and projects that were going on. Each day posed a new challenge and new difficult things to try and get through, which is part of what I really liked. And I was given the opportunity to really be pushed and to think on the fly and work with a lot of different people and managers and just other volunteers who I truly respect. And I don't think that's something you get in most jobs, yet alone something you're doing as a volunteer experience.
Now that you have a better idea about who Cornerstone Montgomery is, you're ready to hit the ground running. Whether you've already chosen a position or you're still exploring different roles, the next step will be to touch base with our volunteer manager.
I think it's just always good to have a different person come in, and that's also why volunteering is cool, is because a person with different experiences and different skills can come in and sort of change things up just a little and teach everyone a little.
You've got the tools you need to succeed, but if you need more, we'll help you indeed. Kid, you'll move mountains, so you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.